Chapter 3. The Three Oaks Tavern. While Little Red Hood stepped deeper into the forest, the village she had just left behind carried on with its own lively, chaotic rhythm. And nowhere was that rhythm louder or more dramatic than inside the famous Three Oaks Tavern. The tavern sat at the very edge of the village, just before the fields turned into the first shadows of the woods. Its wooden walls leaned slightly to the left, its roof leaned slightly to the right. And yet somehow the entire building had survived storms, celebrations, and at least 7 small fires started by customers attempting to help in the kitchen. Inside, mugs clinked, chairs scraped, voices rose, and the scent of stew, bread, and a hint of spilled ale filled the air. At the heart of all this stood Helga, tall, strong, smiling when she wanted to, intimidating when she needed to, and perfectly capable of lifting 2 full barrels at once. The regulars swore the beer tasted better when she poured it, and everyone knew better than to argue. "Helga, our spirit of joy," someone shouted from across the room. She answered without looking up. "If your joy spills on the floor again, you're cleaning it." Old Martha, the owner of the tavern, shuffled around, muttering that Helga's tongue was sharper than my sausage knife, though she said it with the same affection one might use for a stubborn but beloved pet. By midday, the tavern was packed. Farmers came in dusty and hungry. Hunters argued about footprints they'd seen. Lumberjacks laughed so loudly the tables trembled. Somewhere under the benches, a pig slept peacefully. A chicken strutted inside as if it owned the place. On the roof, the old tomcat napped with one eye open. He claimed that from up there he could see every secret of the village. No one doubted him, but the talk of the day was the forest. More specifically, the wolf. Earlier that morning, Helga had overheard Little Red Hood's mother speaking to the hunter near the well. "If you see my daughter in the woods," she said, "tell her not to talk to wolves." The hunter had looked horrified. "Not talk to them? I'd prefer she didn't meet them at all. I found prints yesterday bigger than my boots." Helga raised an eyebrow. "Big boots, small courage." "I'm serious," the hunter insisted. "If the wolf starts stealing boots now, I quit." That conversation spread through the tavern like warm honey sliding off a spoon. Suddenly, everyone had an opinion about wolves. "They're getting bolder." "No, smarter." "No, hungrier." "No, that one last year tried to pay for ale with pine cones. I call that desperate." Each version became more exaggerated than the last. As the day stretched on, the laughter grew louder, the mugs emptied faster, and the stories about the wolf became grander and more ridiculous. Someone swore they saw it dance. Someone else claimed it stole a hat and looked quite handsome in it. And someone insisted it had taken up jogging. Through it all, Helga moved like a force of nature, carrying trays, giving orders, and occasionally knocking sense into anyone who needed it. And while everyone talked and joked and argued, not a single person knew that at that very moment Little Red Hood was already finishing her first steps into the deep forest, and that the wolf they all gossiped about was much closer to her than anyone imagined.